Today we're going undercover to investigate some of biology's best-kept secrets. We're talking about the invisible rules that, believe it or not, govern all of life.
I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about it? How in the world does a plant eat sunlight? And how does a tiny little cell drink water when it doesn't even have a mouth? These questions sound kind of weird, but the answers are absolutely fascinating.
And here's the thing. The answers weren't just sitting there in a textbook waiting to be read. Nope, they had to be investigated, piece by piece, clue by clue. So for the next few minutes, let's put on our detective hats. We're going to crack some of life's biggest cases.
Okay, let's open our first case file. We're diving into the invisible rules of life. You know, the secret movements happening inside every living thing right now.
So, rule number 1 is called diffusion, and it's actually super intuitive. Imagine you're in a completely packed room. What's the one thing everyone wants to do? Spread out, right? Get some space. Well, that's literally all diffusion is. Particles naturally move from a super crowded spot to a less crowded one until they're all spread out evenly.
So here's our first mystery. We know this spreading out, this diffusion happens, but can we control it? Can we make it go faster? This is a huge deal for cells, which need to get good stuff in and bad stuff out, like yesterday.
So how did scientists crack this? Well, they ran a clever experiment with these agar cubes. And what they found was that a bunch of small cubes changed color way faster than one big cube. Why? Because by chopping up the big cube, they created way more surface area. Think of it as opening up a ton of new doors for things to get in. So the verdict? More surface area means faster diffusion. Case closed.
Okay, but what happens if you put up a barrier, something like a cell membrane? Well, that's when you get osmosis. It's just a special name for water doing its diffusion thing, but this time it's moving across a selective barrier. It's like a bouncer at a club. It lets the small water molecules through but blocks the bigger ones.
And the evidence from this potato investigation is just undeniable. You stick potato strips in pure water, and they actually swell up and get longer because water rushes into the cells. But put them in sugar water, and they shrink. Water gets pulled out of the cells. That right there is osmosis in action. Water just moving around to try and balance things out on either side of that cell membrane.
All right, we've cracked the secrets of how things move around. Now for our next major case, figuring out how plants actually eat. It's time to crack the photosynthesis code. Now, every good detective needs their go-to tool, right? For this case, our tool is the starch test. See, plants store the food they make from sunlight in the form of starch. This whole 4-step process is just a way for us to strip away the leaf's green color so we can see if that starch is actually there. And this is the key clue we're hunting for. After all that prep, we add some iodine. If the leaf turns a deep blue-black color, bingo, that's our positive ID. It's the smoking gun that proves starch is present, which means the plant has been making food.
Okay, detective. First question in this investigation. We all know leaves are green. So is that green stuff, the chlorophyll, the actual secret ingredient for making food?
Now, to solve this, we don't even need 2 different plants. Nature handed us the perfect clue, a variegated leaf. This one leaf has green parts that are chock full of chlorophyll, and white parts that have none. It's the perfect setup for a controlled experiment, all in one place.
And wow, the evidence could not be more clear. After we do the starch test, only the green parts turn that telltale blue-black. The white parts? Nothing. They just stay a kind of yellowish brown. The verdict is in: no chlorophyll, no starch. That green stuff is absolutely essential.
All right, on to case number 2. The process is called photosynthesis, right? Which literally means making things with light. So is light really that important? Let's find out. The setup for this one is just brilliant in how simple it is. You just take a healthy leaf that's still on the plant and cover a little strip of it with black paper. This is perfect because it creates our control group. One part of the leaf gets light, the other doesn't, but everything else, the water, the air, the temperature, is exactly the same.
And the verdict comes back loud and clear. When we test that leaf for starch, the part that was out in the sun turns blue-black. No surprise. But the part that was hiding under the paper? Nothing. No reaction at all. This proves it, without a shadow of a doubt. Light is absolutely non-negotiable for a plant to make its food.
So, we've cracked some pretty big cases today. Diffusion, osmosis, photosynthesis. But you know, the biggest secret we've uncovered isn't really about plants or cells at all.
It's about how we find the answers. It's about the core rules of any good investigation.
This is it. This is the detective's code. In science, they call it the scientific method. You start with a mystery, you get a hunch about what's going on, you design an investigation to test it, and this part is so important. You use controls so you're only changing one thing at a time. Then you look at the evidence and deliver the final verdict.
Just think back on what we did. That special leaf isolated our first suspect, chlorophyll. The black paper on the second leaf, that isolated our next suspect, light. By only changing one variable, one little thing at a time, these investigations could zero in on the truth with total certainty. That's the real power of a good investigation.
So, the big takeaway here isn't just a bunch of facts about plants. It's that you now have the detective's code. You know the rules for asking smart questions and finding answers you can actually trust. The world is just full of mysteries. The only question left is, what mystery are you going to investigate next?